American League. And again, like you said, it doesn't affect the other side as much as it does the American League side. But yeah, that's just it's crazy. It's crazy that there's not even a chance they're going to fix that. Like I said, it is what it is, but it has the potential to affect, and during the season too. We've seen it with the Indians when they've had the strictly designated hitter guys over the years, no matter who that was, that would sit during those interleague series like that, especially when they come in more important stretches of the season where it's kind of a disadvantage to your playoff chase as well. But, that's one of those quirks about baseball as it is. What do you think happens here, man? Lay it out for me. What do you think goes down here as we head into the penultimate games of the season?
Well, I think that what's going to happen is I think the Royals are going to have a ton of momentum on their side. I think Ventura is going to be throwing gas. I think he's going to have a really good game tonight. I think the Royals are going to come up with some good hits off of Peavy. And I think that the Royals are going to win tonight, possibly win big. I think it's going to be a really happy night in Kansas City. I think everything's going to pretty much go their way. But the question is, can you come back one day later and do it again against a team that's really been there and succeeded and has won a couple of Game 7s like the Giants? So I think that the momentum is going to go the Royals' way tonight, but I think the Giants are still overall a deeper team, a better team, obviously a more experienced team, and I think that when it comes down to Game 7, with all that poise and experience they have, plus the extra added threat of bringing Bumgarner in to pitch in Game 7, if they don't make the mistake of using him tonight, I think the Giants are going to win Game 7. So originally I said Giants in 6. I'm switching it to Giants in 7. I think the Royals win tonight, and the Giants take home championship number 3 in 5 years. That's my pick.
Wow. So you think the Giants are going to drop themselves dead in the middle of what would be the most insane scene in Kansas City there and then pull victory from the jaws of defeat? Man, I'll tell you, it's going to be fun. Of course, to get to tomorrow, they've got to get through tonight first. And I'm with you. I like the guy they've got on the mound there, but I like Peavy too. Like I said, he's got that bulldoggedness about him, and he'll go out there. It's just a matter of, getting to the bullpen before he weakens and the Royals are able to get to him there. And with it being in the American League Park, that's going to change that equation too, because as we said, that's one more batter throughout the lineup that he's going to have to face there, although it's not the first time he's done that. Jeff Gorman, my man. By the way, before I let you go here real quick, I don't know if you've got a chance to see. Have you seen Progressive Field? They changed it. We talked about the queue, and they're adding that. I mean, again, renovations all over down there on the corner of Carnegie and Ontario, but they're quickly transferring and constructing and deconstructing. And have you seen any of that going on down at the at Progressive Field?
I've seen some of the construction, but I haven't really seen a lot of what it's supposed to look like when it's done. I think it's kind of a good thing that they're trying to modernize things and sort of, add a little bit of an attraction to it. In a little bit of a way, it's a little bit sad because they're almost kind of conceding that they're having a hard time filling all of those seats, every game the way we did during that big 435 game streak, where it's like, everybody's going to come to the park. I don't care if I'm sitting way up in that upper right corner. I just want to be at the Indians game. So it seems like that's almost an admission that era is kind of gone and not coming back, which is really too bad because, someday if we're in this position the way the Royals are, it'd be nice to have at least 42-some thousand people packing the Progressive Field, whatever you want to call it.
Shut up. It's the Jake, baby.
The Jake sounds a lot better. I can't. Yeah, the Jake. Better than like 37, So it's a little bit of a bittersweet thing, but I'm sure it's going to look really good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, for those of you that haven't seen some of the updates, of course, the first thing they did was move the Feller statue, but the batter's eye bar's gone, Market Pavilion's gone, Gate C Bridge has been taken care of. Right now, I think they're working on the bullpens in center field. They're redoing the mezzanine area. That's the section that they're on right now. Of course, time of the essence because you've got to beat the elements as well, because they've got to get the majority of the work done before you start to hit the elements where it eliminates work days from the week, and you get those construction projects here downtown Cleveland get tricky over the winter months when they come. That's why they started the day after the season ended. Stuff was already like cranes were coming in and things were getting done. So they actually invited us out. Problem is I'm probably still going to be on the air before I even get a chance to get off the air and go down there. The media, they're having the latest update of things where you can walk through and see some of the changes, but I've gotten some stuff from them seeing it, and it's definitely going to be a new look to Progressive Field next year, new look to all of the stadiums here in the past 12 months, which is even better when you tag it up with the production on the field as well. Hey, after tomorrow, the clock begins, the 3 days after the World Series. You got qualifying offers. There's all kinds of things that start now. So next week, you and I will talk about the end of this thing, and now the clock starts. The Indians' fun begins, because just like the construction going on at Progressive Field, the Indians bring in the bulldozers officially in the next 48 hours and start going to work on the roster for next year. So you and I can start going to work talking about that process as well.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It's been fun talking about the playoffs, but I'm really interested to look back at and figure out what they're going to do with this roster where, we were talking about it before. The Indians, they're good enough that there's pieces that you don't want to get rid of, because, it's not like you're trying to add to a 68-win team. You're trying to add to I think it's an 86-win team or something like that. And, so there's not a whole lot of big glaring errors to fill. But so you don't want to get rid of people who might be productive, guys like David Murphy. Like, well, is he going to help or not? So it's going to be interesting. And, of course, you have such a limited amount of money, too. So it's going to be a very good, interesting little chess game. And it's going to be fun to look at the different moves they make. And it might not take too many moves, maybe just one or two really good moves to possibly put us in the postseason again. So that's exciting.
I'll tell you, I know it's not. Look, this is pipe dream. I think Victor Martinez is my goal. It's not going to happen either, but that's my goal. I'm telling you, I would do, brother. I'd pull National Lampoons, man. I would go kidnap the front office from their house and get mad that they sent me the Jelly of the Month Club if I could get them to go sign Victor. I would. I'd hold them in my living room until they sign that contract. I would do it for Indians fans. I'm just saying. I would take the prison sentence for you guys if that's how badly I want them to bring back Victor Martinez. But, man, wouldn't Kung Fu Panda look good over there at the hot corner, too, if they decided to move Lonnie Chisenhall out of the way? I'm just saying. Watching him play, man, I'd love to see that man play in third. It's not going to happen. But, man, Pablo Sandoval, I like him, man. I like his game.
Yeah, that's the good part about this time of year. Well, in a couple of days, you start dreaming about you really start to dream big, and then see if maybe one of your dreams might actually come true.
We don't dream anymore, but meanwhile, as the Indians are getting the Secret Service mobilized. Look, man, this crazy guy is talking about kidnapping people. Man, these Indians fans they're not playing. They're not playing. They saw the payroll this year, man. They're coming after us. No, I'm just kidding. But I want Victor. I want Victor. I'll start texting you people at home. All right, my man, Jeff Gordman, Indians 101. I know some of their phone numbers. I'm going to start sending some text. All I want for Christmas is Victor Martinez. Me and about 2 million other Cleveland Indians fans. Hook us up. Jeff Gordman, Indians101.com. Next week, we'll do the Indians thing. We'll talk about the end of the World Series. And Friday, you and I will look ahead to the Tampa Bay Bucks for the Browns.
That sounds like fun. It was a little touch and go, but we're able to take out the Raiders. And, if we can just get a little bit better than the Bucs for next week, then that's a pretty decent first half of the season, and we'll already have more wins than all of last season. So we might be actually slowly seeing the wheels of progress turning for the Browns, and that's very exciting.
You got it. Jeff Gorman, enjoy the rest of your road trip there, seeing our nation's capital come back safe and sound, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
All right, thanks a lot, J-Rock. Have a good one.
You got it. Jeff Gorman from Indians101.com, my man, checking in with us from Washington, D.C. Royals, Giants, they go separate ways over the next 48 hours. One will win, one will lose. Who will each one be? We'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Are they staying alive? to play a Game 7 in Kansas City? We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Take a break, get you the news. When we come back, Dr. Football in the house, Bill Chickus. We'll talk Browns, Tampa Bay coming up, Raiders game last week, dysfunction with the Jets, Monday Night Football, Colt McCoy, talking football with Dr. Football. Bill Chickus in the house next. Doug Plagans from the Lake Erie Monsters coming up later on in hour 2 as well. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we'll get you some news. We come back with Dr. Football here on the Sports Fix.
The Sports Fix, your choice for intelligent talk.
I'm expecting a very important delivery at the house, so could you please call me if it arrives? I'll give you my cell number. 401-555-1125.
440.
No, I was just repeating the 4. 1-4.
14.
Intelligent talk.
Okay, 1125.
1125. 155.
I'm not giving you quantities of the numbers. I'm giving you the numbers. 1125. Those are the last 4 numbers.
Oh, I see. 1125.
Yes. All right. Now read the number back to me.
Let me get my pen.
The Sports Fix will be right back.
Hi, this is Joe Tate, and you're listening to the Sports Fix.
Business owners and professionals, do you want to take your business, your product, your team, your event to the next level? You want to advertise right here with the Sports Fix. Our listeners are among the most loyal listeners, terrestrial or internet. The Sports Fix universe is not only the radio show, but tens of thousands of fans on Facebook and Twitter. Email me, Jerry Myers, thesportsfix@AOL.com. That's thesportsfix@AOL.com. And let me help you swing for the fences and hit it out of the park right here on the Sports Fix. Whether it's an oil change or a new set of tires, Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck has you covered for your automotive car care needs. They're your neighborhood quick service experts. They also offer a low price tire guarantee. Choose from 13 brands, and if you find the same tires at a lower price within 30 days, Quick Lane at Valley Ford will refund the difference. They're open late Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and open early Saturday so you can check it off your to-do list and get on with your day. They also have a newly remodeled service lounge and additional service bay just for Quick Lane oil changes. Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck is located at 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 Bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 Bridge in Valley View, just down the road from Independence. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane. quicklane.com/Valley Ford Truck. That's quicklane.com/Valley Ford Truck.
Portions of the Sports Fix brought to you by Harry Buffalo. Harry Buffalo, join the herd.
News break.
Good morning, I'm Bob Picozzi. It is a process Tony Romo is all too familiar with. He will undergo another MRI today on his surgically repaired back. Romo left last night's overtime loss to Washington with what was characterized as a back contusion, but did return with 1:52 left in the fourth quarter.
He just caught me pretty good. I haven't seen the tape on it or anything yet, but it felt like some sort of knee or elbow or something just kind of hit me perfectly in a spot that kind of obviously sends a negative feeling.
Washington won at 20-17 on a 40-yard field goal by Kai Forbat. It will be a rematch of Game 2. Jake Peavy for the Giants, Giordano Ventura for the Royals. Game 6 of the World Series will be tonight in Kansas City, 7 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN Radio. San Francisco leads at 3-2. We find out tonight the first top 25 rankings of the brand new College Football Playoff Selection Committee. They'll be unveiled 7:30 Eastern Time on ESPN. 4 teams will qualify for the first playoff. The Mavericks pushed the Spurs to 7 games in an opening round playoff series last May. The Spurs went on to win it all. They meet this evening on opening night in the NBA, 7 Eastern Time on ESPN Radio.
The National Championship Trophy, presented by Dr. Pepper, the most glorious trophy in mankind's history. So amazing. I wish you could see it through the radio. Dr. Pepper, it's a one-of-a-kind season.
You're listening to the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix live across the Sports Fix Radio Network. Wow, what timing. 2-1 Hour 2, numero dos. So the Sports Fix kicks off right there as we were rolling. Couldn't have timed that hour out any better than we did. J-Rock with you here as we roll on. Thank you so much for joining us. Phone lines are not open because we've got a busy slate of guests today, but you can keep the conversation going 24/7, and I mean it, on Facebook, facebook.com/The Sports Fix, on Twitter, tweet with us at The Sports Fix CLE, email us, The Sports